I last stream I mentioned that I was canceling YouTube because Google is evil and it should be murdered. So I went through all my devices, canceled everything I could find. So I have no more premium anything, no more YouTube music, nothing. I went out and I bought a Google TV, $20, cheaply made, like some Chinese fucking brand. Can't even pronounce it. It looks like shit. And I installed SmartTube on it. You have to download something called like a downloader by AFTV or some shit. And then you install SmartTube, and that just works like a dream. It's free. It's awesome. It's for the cost of literally for the cost of like 1 month or 2 month subscription to YouTube Premium. You can buy one of these little 4K streaming boxes and set up on Google TV the SmartTube on it. So the SmartTube is awesome. I would highly suggest that to anyone. Yeah, built-ins. That's the thing. Like even with YouTube Premium, you have free ads. The SmartTube has sponsor block built in, and it skips all the sponsored shit just like it does on your computer. So it's really great. I can't recommend it highly enough. And I thought that maybe I'd have to flash it with something to like get like a custom firmware to use it. No, you can just download from the App Store the downloader by AFTV, and then you just pop in the URL to download SmartTube, and it's set up in like 30 seconds, and you're good to go. You just sign into your YouTube account again, and you have access to everything exactly like YouTube, and it also has sponsor block and is ad free. So yeah, and especially because it's Black Friday, right? If you go out, you can probably find one of these. I think on Reddit, the American brand you can get is called On with 2 N's, and that one works for Americans, and it's like $19 for like a 4K streaming thing. So I can't. It's literally any box that has an HDMI port and a remote control and uses Google TV or Android TV as the operating system. And there's tons and tons of off-market brands that compete with the official Google TV thing. It's like the size of a hockey puck, and it has Android TV. So just get one of those and get SmartTube and install it with the downloader from AF whatever. So and then you don't need premium. It's pretty base. However, I still need a suggestion for music. I tried looking at Spotify, and I mean I can use YouTube Music now still without ads. However, I would like something more permanent, and I don't mind paying for it because I really enjoy like the algorithm for finding new music. That's really important to me. So it's not the same as just like downloading music I already like. I really need to be able to continuously find new songs and stuff. So if you have a suggestion for that, I tried using Spotify, but it doesn't work on Brave, and I'm not willing to change my browser. Because Widevine doesn't work on Brave Linux, or at least on mine. So if they're that fucking DRM, whatever the fuck, I don't want to use them. So if you have an alternative to Spotify, let me know. Just leave a comment for it. I'm not gonna go through chat right now, but that's my current situation. I'm in the process of de-googling myself and canceling all my subscriptions, and that's one of the things that I have had success with so far is SmartTube. Okay, this is from Torrent Freak. Cloudflare has been blocking abusive content on its Ethereum gateway. So Cloudflare runs, in addition to its main security service, it runs a IPFS gateway. I want to say that is also distinct from its Ethereum gateway. I don't particularly know what the Ethereum gateway is. However, that's not really what I want to mention. Apparently it's a new service because IPFS and Ethereum are separate. So this is like a separate cryptocurrency technology that it's supporting, but it's only just recently started taking action. So in IPFS, they're blocking 1,000 files every 6 months, and they've just started blocking content on the Ethereum protocol as well. But this is the table that I really want to show you guys because it's crazy. This is Cloudflare's transparency, and I believe this is specifically related to the DMCA. And it used to be that Cloudflare would not receive or action any DMCAs like directly received. It would just pass it along to the website. However, as of and even you can see even in 2022, they started receiving hundreds of DMCAs directly, and they took action on 20 of those. So there was a success rate of less than 10%. However, in 2022, the second half, and let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and we were dropped in the very, very beginning of August, I want to say. So in the second half, immediately preceding or after the Kiwi Farms was dropped by Cloudflare, I guess every rights organization in the entire world recognized that Cloudflare now is a bottleneck for the entire internet, and they also are willing to censor things. So in the second half of 2022, after the Kiwi Farms was dropped, they received 972 complaints related to copyright infringement, and they took action on 100% of them. So it went from less than 10% in less than, like less than 2 a month to probably about close to 100 a month, probably about like 75 a month. And they action from less than 10% of those to 100% of those. So every piracy related website on Cloudflare is now just being kicked off. And not only is this going to be damaging to their bottom line, because it's like, what is the point of a security company that doesn't provide security, but is not going to do everything that they can to keep something on their service when that service relies on them? It's going to be like these websites that exist and that are removed from Cloudflare are not going to just suddenly stop existing. There's still going to be people behind them. They have their own resources, and they're going to want to host their website on something else. So now there are going to be competitors to Cloudflare that are going to start getting funding from these literally 1,000 websites every 6 months, and that number is probably going to go up, that are suddenly being denied service and need DDoS protection from another company or another way. And also consider this. It's one thing from the perspective of a network administrator or a network engineer to look at Cloudflare and their DDoS protection and say, we can't rely on this, so we should always have a plan B ready to go in case we get dropped by Cloudflare or we decide to move off. Like, let's get a plan B ready to go. That's one thing that already throws people for a loop. And you have to remember that the biggest companies on Cloudflare, they negotiate their contracts. There's not like a one-size-fit-all enterprise contract for websites. It starts at about $2,000 a month for Cloudflare Enterprise, and they negotiate that off the table. So it can be many, many times that for huge websites that need a lot of specific support. So that this kind of stuff really is like, well, we have competitors now, and they're offering us better service for less. Why should we go with you? There's no longer a monopoly. That's one thing that damages them already and hurts their negotiating power with contracts that they renew every year. The other thing to consider in regards to Cloudflare is that they offer more than just their application layer DDoS protection. They offer their own cloud suite. So they offer S3 style storage, and they also offer JavaScript nodes. Like, they can run JavaScript at web applications directly on their servers if you upload them. These are called workers. So they offer this entire umbrella of products that are very expensive because they're all cloud-based. And cloud-based is like, you don't have to think about the servers, so we'll run them all for you. They have very close to 100% uptime, and they're very expensive as a result. So if you're looking at Cloudflare and you're thinking, well, if you're the one that's going to be eating all of our complaints and you might just kick us off anyways, why the fuck would we invest 100% of our infrastructure into your cloud when you're the one who might decide to pull the plug on us? So that's a great reason to advocate in your company against Cloudflare being like your cloud provider as well. Like, okay, if you want to use it for your web application firewall, that's fine. And then if they kick you off, you can just find another one. But there's no reason to use both Cloudflare as the firewall and also as your cloud provider. So kicking websites off is terrible for their fucking business. It's really, really bad. And I have a feeling that it's just going to get worse for them, because like 100% of approval rates for DMCA shit, that's fucking abysmal. So you're going to start seeing Cloudflare eat a lot of shit, I think.